Michelle from the Recipe Bandit, and today we're going to be making a very quick and easy cilantro lime chicken marinade. We love this marinade for so many reasons, but it infuses the flavors into the chicken, and you can use this chicken for anything. Marinated chicken, you can cook it on the grill, you can pan fry it, you can bake it in the oven. We use it for salads, we use it for tacos, we use it for burrito bowls, all sorts of things. My plan for this chicken today, well, tomorrow really, is going to be to grill it, but first we need to get it in this marinade. So for this quick and easy cilantro lime marinade, we only need 5 ingredients and the chicken that you want to marinate. We are going to use some fresh cilantro. We're going to use a lime or 2 small limes. This is a pretty good sized lime. You're looking for about 3 tablespoons of juice. So this is a rather large lime. We're just going to use this 1 lime, but we're also going to use the zest from it. I'm going to use some fresh garlic. We're going to use some olive oil, and we're going to use some taco seasoning. We do a lot of the time make our own taco seasoning, but today this is just handy what I had, and I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I'm going to go ahead and make it with this. Our chicken today that we are going to be marinating is chicken tenders. These are sold in a gigantic bag at Costco, and we like to pre-make them, marinate them, and then grill them, keep them in the fridge. We add them to salads, we add them to burrito bowls, we add them to tacos, eat them on their own. This chicken is so good with this marinade infused into it. You don't need to eat it with anything at all, but it is delicious and it's super easy. We are going to use a food processor to blend it all. That way, all of our ingredients get blended up really, really small, and they blend together really well, and they soak into the meat better. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to get everything together, and we will mix it up. All right, so we're going to get started by zesting this lime. This is a zester, a microplane zester. All it is like almost like a little file where you're scraping off the skin of the lime and getting those oils. They're very flavorful, and they really do well in marinades and when you're trying to push the flavor through. So we are going to use that for this. Make sure you wash the lime first because you don't know where it's been. When you're done zesting it and you take the zester apart, most of the time they have 2 parts, you can see that you have all of this little zest. It's wonderfully flavorful stuff. So we are going to use it. We'll get rid of that off of here. In the sink. Okay. So our lime zest is the first thing that's going to go into our little food processor. I've peeled 4 cloves of garlic. You can do 3, you can do 4, whatever you want. We like 4, so those are also going in. We're going to cut this lime in half, and using a juicer, since it's a big one, we're going to use it on the lemon side, break all the laws. We're going to put the juice of that lime into the food processor. All right, we're going to take our fresh cilantro, which has been washed, and we're just going to coarsely cut it because the food processor is going to do its job. I usually don't do all of the stem part. I normally just toss this part and do mostly the leaves, even though they're not all leaves. That's okay. So we're going to go ahead and put that in here as well. We are going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So 1, 2, 3. You can measure it. I'm lazy. And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. Like I said, we oftentimes make our own, but today is just the day where we're going to use the package. So 2 big tablespoons right into the food processor. We will just save the rest for later. put the top onto the food processor, and I will stop talking and we chop this up. So we have blended this for about 30 seconds. We did a couple of pulses to start, and then we just let it blend completely. Now it is, oh my, that smells so good. Now it is this mixture that is ready to do its job and coat our chicken and infuse these flavors into our chicken. It looks like this. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but you're only going to use up to about 2 pounds of chicken, so it's the perfect amount. I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken into a zip top bag, and I'm going to dump this in, and that's how we're going to marinate. All right, I cleaned up the place a little bit. Anyway, gotten a zip top bag already in this little bag holder just because it makes my life easier. I'm going to put my chicken tenders into the bag. These are thawed. They were frozen, which is why they're sitting in all of this juice. We're not going to include that juice. We're going to toss that juice. We don't need anything to dilute our good stuff here. So putting all of the chicken into the zip top bag. There's a couple of reasons for the zip top bag. The first is that it takes up much less refrigerator room. You're going to want to marinate these for anywhere from 4 hours to overnight. I'm going to marinate them overnight. I'm going to cook them tomorrow for dinner tomorrow night. We're going to do a recipe that calls for cooked chicken, and we want really flavorful chicken, so we're going to do that. So I don't want this to take up a lot of room in my refrigerator because there's other things in there that people need to get to, and it's going to be in there for a while. So we use a zip top bag. All right, get this out of the way. Now, our marinade that we have created is just literally going to go into the zip top bag. I'm going to use a little spatula to make sure that I get all of it, as much as I can, out of the food processor and put it into the bag, because I want every inch of these chicken tenders covered. I want them to soak in all of this deliciousness. Trust me, they will. All right, so I'm going to take this off of here now. You can see that it's all just kind of a big mess in the bag here. I'm going to take the majority of the air out of the bag, and I'm just going to massage the marinade around with my hands so that the chicken is well coated. I have about 2 pounds of chicken tenders, thawed chicken tenders in this marinade right now. You can put the chicken into this marinade frozen. It doesn't matter because it's going to be infusing the flavors the whole time. So it doesn't really matter. I would suggest that if you do that you do once in a while it's marinating in the fridge, go in and push the meat around a little bit so that everything gets fully covered. You're going to marinate this in the refrigerator, like I said, for 4 to 24 hours. There's not anything in it that will be hurt if it's longer than that, but our best guideline is 4 to 24. And then I'm going to put it in my refrigerator. Tomorrow I'll come back and we will go ahead and put it on the grill and we'll cook it. Hi again. So it's the next day and we have let our cilantro lime marinade permeate our chicken since yesterday afternoon. So we are going to go ahead and cook this. We today are going to grill it. This chicken you can cook in the oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You can pan fry it, pretty much any way you want to cook it. You just want to be sure that it's cooked all the way through. We are going to grill it because that's our favorite way. So let's get started. All right, so we are going to put all of our chicken on the grill. We're going to take it out of the marinade and we're going to throw away what's left of the marinade. Oops. Okay. So we're going to spread our chicken out. All right. Chicken looks delicious, honestly. We're going to put it out on the grill here. Okay. Try this with a better camera angle. Take our chickens. our chicken tenderloins that we have marinated for the last, I don't know, about 18 hours. And we're going to put them on the grill. We have the grill because it's a Traeger and you can set the temperature. So we have the grill set to 375. That's usually our preferred cooking temperature. It doesn't dry out the chicken. And when you have tenderloins versus chicken thighs, chicken breasts and chicken tenderloins, they can dry out a bit. So we don't want these guys to dry out. So we're going to use a little bit of a lower cooking temperature. We're going to go ahead and they're all out and let them cook. So I did forget to mention that the recipe for this marinade is in the description. Also, the link to our website at therecipebandit.com, where you can find this and all sorts of other great recipes. All right, we're back. Weather's not getting any better. But this chicken, now that it is almost done, it's delicious. Serious. These are starting to look wonderful. Look at how good that looks. And they smell super good. So what we want to do is we want to be sure to check, no matter which way you're cooking, that they're cooked. So we use an instant read thermometer, safest, easiest way, into the thickest part of the meat. You look and check, and with chicken, you need it to be at least 165. We are only at 130 something. So we're going to cook them for a little longer. All right, we're back. Let's check again. Oh, smells so good, you guys. And they look done. They totally look done to me. Yum, 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 yum. But let's check with our handy dandy thermometer so that we'll be sure nobody wants salmonella. Nobody. All right, we got there. We are there. All right, so we are going to turn off the grill. Going to gather up my little chicken tenders that are flavorful and juicy and cooked with cute little grill marks. Wow, look how good that looks so far. These are going to be part of our dinner tonight, but one of the great things about doing a marinade like this and pre-cooking chicken is that there's so many things that you can use it for. You can use it in any meal. You can use it for tacos. I know I said this before, but like for tacos, for burrito bowls. Tonight we're doing a Mexican quinoa with chicken, and this is going to be the chicken that's in it. It makes great sandwiches. It's delicious. So it's well worth making. Anyway, we'll go back in the house, take a quick look at these. Honestly, so good. And we've returned to the house. It started raining outside, so just in perfect time. We brought in our grilled cilantro lime chicken. This is, it smells so good, and I'm so excited to use it in our dinner tonight. This recipe, just 5 ingredients, is one of the ones that we have on our site at therecipebandit.com. Simple, easy, delicious recipes using everyday ingredients, stuff that we make for our family, stuff that you can make for your family. And we love it. So happy to share it. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you like what we're doing here, please like and subscribe so you know when we put out new videos. Get the recipe in the description or on our website at therecipebandit.com, and we will see you next time.